So I'm Ryan Goh from Zebra Technologies, and I'm the General Manager for Zebra in Asia Pacific. I think omnichannel is a new norm, as you all know it. And I think the biggest impact is actually on the retailers. So omnichannel has transformed traditional customers into connected customers. So what connected customers are looking for are consistency. They are looking for one store, they're looking for one experience. So that really will transform how physical stores will look like, because now retailers need to think, how do they create a consistency, from online experience all the way, to the physical stores. So which means when they go to a store, customers look for customer experience. And every retailer that I talk to many of the customers that we know, there's one thing, that's on top of their mind, which is customer engagement and customer experience. So how do you improve and how do you increase customer engagement? I think that's really, how omnichannel has changed, the entire traditional retail landscape. I think to improve customer experience, I could cite you a couple of data points, right? One of them is a global shopper survey done by Zebra, and it found that there is probably around 64% of customers that think that customer experience is very important, right? And about 90% say that they will not come back to the stores again if they got a negative experience. So that's big. But the key thing really is that 41% of customers tell us that they will visit the stores that has technology that assists them. So we think that retailers should look at investing in technologies. Example, how do you improve customer experience? You want to improve engagement. Example, through the ability to engage them, be able to tell them what sort of inventory you have on hand. How do you provide real-time information to customers so that they can complete the transaction in the store? I think these are all critical technology, that we believe retailers should invest in. And on top of that, I think retailers need to look at, how do they improve their engagement with the customers, through a loyalty program. And the loyalty program, is basically all the data that you collect, right? So with all this data, how do you design your store? How do you design that one store, one experience, that I spoke about earlier? So that, I think, is the key driver behind improving a customer's experience, I think, in a store. Well, so at this show, we are actually launching two products. One of them is the TC8000 and the other one is the RFD 8500. So RFD 8500, as you know, is a RFID snap-on, and it supports both iOS and also Android operating system. You also support Windows. So RFID, will increase the efficiency that the store associates, can manage the inventory, providing always available product to the customers. And TC8000 is operating at the back end, where the store associates, can effectively increase their efficiency in scanning the products that they have. So in so doing, able to provide better inventory visibility. So I think these supports and these two products help our retailers improve their inventory visibility, and you also help them improve their customer experience by providing products availability. Cards and payment is a leading industry show, right? Specifically in Asia Pacific, where we have many customers and partners from all over Asia visiting. So it's a good platform for us to launch innovative new products. And as you know, innovation is in our DNA. So you see us, it is a good chance, good platform for us to launch innovative products like the TC8000 and the RFD 8500 that I spoke about just now.